vertical propaganda. I'm not counting these episodes, not even keeping them all up. But I appreciate if anybody watches this live or on the playback. Doing a quick stream, then gonna hit the gym. Not sure, probably half an hour to an hour. Let's let a bunch of people show up. Bunch of people show up, man, can always go later to the gym. So appreciate anybody watching live or on the playback if there is a playback available. Of course, I'm going in raw, no topics. I haven't been keeping up with, I didn't check to see what happened in some of the training camps today as far as the Lions, the Texans. I got a Texans hoodie on. Or the Bears, any other things. You appreciate these? I'm glad anybody appreciate it. I'm glad anybody watching these. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate you being here. Just an impromptu quick stream. I like these phone streams because they're a little quicker to set up, and you don't have a schedule, so I can't be late to them. But hey, we still are plenty interactive. So yeah, it's still pretty fun. Definitely ain't keep up with news and politics. Really don't want to talk about that. You can continue the conversation. One thing I do need to get to is I gotta be the change I want to see in the world. We can't just keep complaining about all these things suck. Like, all right, there's good stuff being made. There's always somebody creative being made, being something. You got your Octopus Man, right, Richard? There's allegedly 8 billion, maybe more, maybe less people. A lot of people got good ideas. Fortunately, not necessarily the people who work for the corpos, but there's a lot of people with good ideas and who are making good content and getting it to the market. But they need that push. They need people following. Hey, Sentient, appreciate you being here. I still haven't heard that clips. I did hear Bodie and Nicholas Craven. I didn't hear Alfredo too, though. I'm getting, Freddie Gibbs is a great rapper, but I'm more of a Spitter fan. So him dissing Spitter, aka Currency, I'm like, I'm not too cool with that. But it is what it is. Don't like it when Gen X complain about shit. You have the age and the power to come together. Something about, it's never been easier for a Joe Normie to get a piece of content out there in the world. If we talked a little bit about all the people who have comics now. You know what I mean? The whole comics gate, plus other people who had independent comics. They have physical comics. Everybody got so mad about was it Eric July? He had a physical comic. He got made, a physical thing. There are indie games. There's independent music. You can put an independent film on YouTube. It has never been easier. And you can get a film quality camera for a rack or less. Currency can handle himself, but it's just I'm so much of a fan. It's like, well, fuck you then. You know what I'm saying? I hate to be that guy. You know what I mean? I'm so much of a fan of Currency. It's like, well, fuck you then. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just you talking shit. I mean, it bothers me because he has shit to say about Billy the Butcher. He always got something to say, and it's like, man, fuck you. I like these rappers more than you do. More than I like you, fucking Freddie Gibbs, to be honest. So you're going to keep dissing rappers I like. I'm not going to be too quick to grab your shit. It's just that simple. Because I know that sounds kind of crazy, but at the same time, I don't know, it just is what it is. Think about it. People will listen to Gen X more than a Gen Z guy, even if they say the same thing. He's a fan anyway. He might be. There's a lot, and this ain't the end of it. There's a lot of sus shit that fucking Gibbs has done. He's just a sus dude. I don't know, man. And so this was just like, man, you know what? I'm still an Alchemist fan. I'm going to listen to it eventually because of the production. But it's like, man, fuck off. Consumers, Gen X, millennials. Listen, I commend Gen Z for drinking less alcohol, buying less of these bullshit brands, having less kids as a teen. Y'all do a lot of stuff good. Y'all got these vapes, y'all got these drugs, and they got y'all on fent. Everything ain't perfect, but there's a lot of positives. So I commend y'all for it, especially the drinking thing. I never thought a generation would drink less. I thought drinking was just like the housing market was always going to go up. We always going to have a generation, next generation going to drink as much as the next, if not more. Because millennials drunk a lot, bro. We drunk a lot. I'm just keeping it real. And I wasn't even no drinker like that, but motherfuckers was drinking way more than me. I was not a drinker. Hey, Cotton, appreciate you being here. But motherfuckers was drinking. Millennials was drunk. Alcohol smell like toxic waste. Yeah, don't get on that shit. Millennials drunk their whole way. I'm like, that's, you can look it up. And that's why you still got millennials, even though they're not getting wasted, they still fucking, they drink their little wine and shit. Wine that became a thing, even for men to be drinking wine. It's just millennials got fucked up. So drink classy shit, whiskey. I got into the whiskey thing in the 10s, the millennial hipster whiskey thing. And listen, I do like whiskey. There's still a bottle with something in there. It's been, in the cabinet. But yeah, just drink water. This was Ozarka in Texas. And Brandon Howell, look, we got the Texans. You can't see with the chat, but it's the Texans logo. I didn't keep up with what happened with camp past couple of days with either the Texans or the Lions, so I'm not sure if anything new happened. Last time I checked, apparently the O-line was getting ragged out. That's not good. It may be 10-7 again. Water is 50% plastic, unfortunately. Plastic and red 40 and all the shit. Oh yeah, the guy from the Raiders. That was wild. So the guy from the Raiders, maybe they were using this as an excuse to cut him because apparently they did own quite a bit of money. But he was kissing dudes on their forehead and they ended up cutting them. So yeah, but drinking water only, that's good. Kissing Watkins, yeah. He kissing dudes on their forehead. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, they cut him. I did see that shit. That shit's crazy as fuck. Thought the NFL was gay. That's what they said. As Cotton reminds us, they, when it was cool to be woke, everybody wanted to be woke. They said the NFL was gay. And then shit like this happened. So it definitely live up to it. Yeah, I did see that shit. It's just funny as fuck. He saw the price for Sunday ticket. I haven't seen the price for Sunday ticket. Me and the Brogelane was talking about that because, if you just want to watch the games, you don't care about quality, you still got plenty of, let's say, you can sell the 7 Cs if you just want to get a game feed of every game. But if you want a high quality feed, and you trying to all right, I'll pay y'all. It's like there's no one person to pay. Even if you pay the NFL, if you say, all right, I'm gonna get Sunday ticket, I'm gonna bite the bullet, I'm gonna get Sunday ticket. You still are gonna have to have Amazon and Netflix and Peacock to get every single game. National Fig League. Yeah, that's why I said I knew. Well, they owed him money on top of the foot injury, small time. They owed him $30 million, and he had a foot injury. And he said that he didn't want to get what was it? He didn't want to do surgery, and he didn't want to do rehab. And they owed him money, and he kissing dudes. It's just, I think it's a combination of the thing. But the people are leading with the kissing. You can't be kissing dudes with a broken foot, and you don't want to get surgery, and you don't want to get rehab, and we owe you $30 million. You got to go. If he not kissed somebody, maybe they would have figured it out. But I was like, man, this is too much. Get out of here. Looking at getting an old square. Man, I thought about that too. Because you'll get more games just off the free broadcast than you will paying for it. Just get that in Red Zone. And then that's the only thing I might pay for Red Zone, depending on how much that is. And I heard ESPN might buy Red Zone. And man, if I get rid of Scott Hansen, I'm going to beat your ass. ESPN don't need to buy shit. ESPN is doing a great job fucking up the sports they got coverage. I mean, they already got the Monday night games. I don't want them to have coverage. I just don't want them to do the Red Zone. Keep that. The NFL Network I thought had Red Zone. What the fuck? But the NFL is so greedy. They just sell everything. They'll sell anything. They'll sell anything that's not tied down. But the first week of football this week. Every week until February, I'm still doing the football stuff. I got back with it with the Panthers. Tomorrow we'll get with the Bucks and then we'll get to the Saints and the Falcons. Falcons will be interesting. Saints or not. Bucks also going to be interesting. Travis Hunter hasn't crashed out. We'll see. His woman was crashing out the other week. We'll see what happened to this guy. We'll see what happened with Jacksonville. I already did my video on Jacksonville. Not predicting them to be that great. If Travis Hunter is who they say he is, and they already got a good receiver in was it Brian Thomas Jr., maybe they can put something together. But I still don't think they're gonna be that good. Jags fans are still hyped about Travis Hunter best snap count. That's it doesn't matter if he's not elite at either, if not both positions. He's got to be really good at both positions for that thing to matter. They're getting hyped because of free Badus. I'm sure the men in the Jacksonville area are doing quite well. I'm sure they're doing quite well. I'm sure somebody in Duval County's already hit. Duval. That guy sounded like that one, the meme. Liam Cohen, who is the Jacksonville Jaguars' new coach, former offensive coordinator. Was it the coordinator of the Bucs? I think it might have been the Bucs, so he's staying in Florida. Jacksonville's in Duval County, and he had this little chant when he got hired. He was like, Duval, and he sounded like those guys, those white guys in gangster suits who do rap covers. Plug Wall. Whole team, I'm sure the whole team, the whole Duval County is excited to meet Travis Hunter's wife. I'm sure somebody on the team and some random motherfucker in the city are already quite acquainted with Travis Hunter's mouth. Travis Hunter's wife. She'd have been there like 3 months now. That's plenty of time for her to meet more than him. If he would have been in New York, it would have been crazy. But there's nowhere in the country for him to hide a hole like that. You can't hide a hole like that. You can't even hide that hole in Green Bay because the Milwaukee guys will just get to her. You can't hide a hole out like that. Can't hide that hole in Kansas City. Can't hide that hole in Jacksonville. You can't hide that hole nowhere. Honky swag. Plug walk. I don't know what they call it. But they just do rap covers. And they dress like, I was like 40s looking gangsters. They dress like they could be goons on BTAS first season. Hider in Arkansas. Hider at Community. I mean, I don't know if they will allow her in that part of Arkansas. I don't know if they'll allow her. Plug walk. Thank y'all for being here. Small Time, Cinchit, Cotton, Retro, Brandon Hollum. Skirt. Yeah, I've seen it. I haven't seen all of them. I've seen a few of those things. Got hoes calling a young cracker phone. No. They more successful with music than me, so I shouldn't talk shit. Doing more than me. We will see. But yeah, I got to keep my ear to the ground, like with new music. You know, since you seem to know new. Where's the best place to find out where the hot new music is? I kind of know hip hop, right? Like I know about a lot of releases. Like I mentioned, Bodie and Alfredo too. Obviously, Clips. Raekwon came out with something. I feel like somebody else dropped. A lot of people drop, but I don't be knowing stuff outside of hip hop. I would love to know more electronic goth girls. Yeah, that's what you said. There's no smoke detector. Stop, Cotton. I gotta tell y'all for that. I wanted the Texans rookie OT from last year is angry, immediately losing his starting spot in camp. We'll see. Why is that? I don't know why that's a thing. It's not a thing for me. I haven't. I don't know, man. Let me asking you, like, why do French people do something like, or why do some other white people do something? I don't know. Ask everyone else, man. It's not my thing. I can't. Maybe because I have a dog, I can't let that be a thing. And I've had dogs for like the better part of most of my life. and thus I can't let the smoke detector just be a thing and have a freaked out dog. So I don't know. I don't understand it either. Honestly, I don't know why that's a thing. They find a niche just find lasting. I mean, but then again, sometimes you can just get hot. AJ had a chirp on Zach's stream. Yeah, I don't understand it either. It's just like I said, I'm looking at my dog. Maybe he prevents me from having. Maybe if I, didn't have him, I would have done that. But that's how you get independent music goth chicks. Well, I don't have any goth chicks. Yeah, the smoke detector thing. Like, why is that a thing? And I don't know because I got to keep the smoke detector because my dog freaks out on everything. So, and I've had him since 2019. Even before that, I was living with two other dogs. So for the past 10 years, I've had dogs in the house. It's just never had one. Oh shit. So if like that goes off, I just got to fix it because if not, the dogs will freak out. So that chirp, I just can't deal with the chirp. In fact, if he hears the chirp now, he will freak out. My dog, he ain't gonna freak out. But what he'll do, he'll run towards me like, "Hey, could you please figure that shit out?" So I just make sure it don't go off. So yeah, you're gonna have to ask everybody else. If it's a fire, couldn't you see it? You would think so, but I guess it's if you sleep. If you like sleeping, it's to wake you up, type shit. It's even funnier. Yeah, my dog is white, so maybe he just can't deal with it. Even if you're blind, you can sell it. But I guess it's for when you sleep. That's the idea. You're asleep, something's on fire. This is to let you know something's on fire. Because if you're awake, you should be able to know. But that's the idea behind it. But yeah, no, I don't have the thing checked. And I have time y'all for asking. I can find music on YouTube. Stop looking elsewhere a long time ago. Maybe it's just that simple. I just need to just type in, top electronic music, top indie bands, top whatever, and just go from there. We need goon music. No, we don't. Goon music. Talking about somebody be gooning, I be edging. I be gooning, I be edging. But maybe that's just that simple. I just search, just be a little bit more curious and search. Because, part of what I want to start doing is like, all right, I need to start bigging up. Gosh, my smoke detector. I need to start bigging up more independent creativity. That was one thing that a lot of people got pissed off from other channels. They just wouldn't talk about all the people who had something cool going on. And I need to, whether it's games, music, movies, whatever. K-pop. You know what? I'm not going to say there's no K-pop, but I like some of the J-rock stuff. Some of the Japanese rock stuff is pretty good. And I haven't really heard the K-rock, but the K-pop and J-pop, especially K-pop. K-pop is really just like, it just sounds like pitched up 2000s pop and R&B, like early 2000s, late 90s, but it's just pitched up. I just don't like it. It's just not for me. Wrote half a song and gave up. I mean, that's the gimmick. Is you don't have to really write a song. You can write a chorus. You can repeat the chorus in the verse, and then repeat the chorus in the chorus. Go through labels. That might be smart. And just sub to different labels who have channels on YouTube. Not Bad Boy Records, not them. Heard a K-pop song that you like, shouldn't like it, but you do. So I'm not like embarrassed. Like if it's good, I like it, but just don't. Yeah, I'm not saying there's nothing that I couldn't like, but a lot of stuff I've heard just hasn't been. Like I like Gangnam Style way back in the day. That was kind of the big breakthrough, at least here in the West, with K-pop. Sub to the channel. Okay, that's pretty. What's the name of the channel? Drop the link. Even though I don't think I can get to it. Or actually, don't drop the link. Send me the link in fucking Instagram, because that way I can get to it. I mean, you can drop the link too for the people in the chat, but it's a horrible song. I don't know why I like it. That's what they do. It's brainwashing. Links don't work properly in vertical. Yeah, don't. Just send it to me on Instagram there. Insta scam. Yeah, I gotta expand my musical palette. Get back to listen to. I feel that's one thing. I have not been listening to as much music as I did when I was younger, and I'm just I'm a little bit more curmudgeon-y about music. I need to, expand my horizons, and not just that with games too, because it ain't a lot of new games coming out, so I'm gonna have to find a lot of indie games. Sumi Gashina. So I'm not familiar. I don't even know which part is the artist name, which part is the song. But I'm assuming Sumi is the artist. But not familiar with her work. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I know K-pop is huge right now. Sent the song from 1947. Oh wow, I'm not shocked for some reason. I have a guess on what song. The song in German by chance, Richard? Not shocked. Also sub to all these music review channels. Fair enough. Yeah, you did mention that. Oof, sorry about that. I actually did try that. I mean, a couple of them I kind of still follow. There's a couple of them I still follow, but like a lot of them is just too much, too snobby. But there's one or two hip hop ones that I still follow from kind of going through my phases trying to do that. It's from Buddy Clark. Okay, well there you go. There you go. Appreciate it not being what I thought. But yeah, there's it's a light skinned dude. I can't think of his channel name, but he does reviews of projects. A lot of projects he reviews are, same type of lane I like. Like the song called 4 a.m. by Takia Anuki that your mom sent you. Fair enough. But yeah, just to see what's up. That's how I kept up. Like I said, that's how I kept up with like Bodie and Alfredo and all that stuff. I knew all that stuff had dropped because of channels like that and other things. And then I follow a few things on Instagram. Like I'm following Nicholas Craven because he's always posting when usually it's a project with Bodie or a project with the guy Fahim. He's always posting when they doing something. So the Platters only you. Shout out to the Platters. Yeah, I can't either, Cotton. I hope that wave is gone. You know what I mean? The slut rap wave. I mean, the mumble rap wave ended. It ended. I'm hoping we're at the end of the slut rap wave. But I think there's a lot of rage shit. I still have yet to. I keep hearing the name Ken Carson. I've yet to hear his music. Right. I couldn't tell you who the most popular rapper is. I thought everybody was fucking with the Clips. Apparently, a lot of young motherfuckers not fucking with the Clips. I could care less, right? I'm fucking with the Clips. So I couldn't tell you what's the most popular wrestling or rapping. Rapping and wrestling is the same thing, right? So it's all fake. But I will say, we're in the era where everybody can have a niche and everybody can eat. So, nobody has to be the most popular. Yeah, nothing is the most popular. The most popular artist is still, I'm sure Drake is probably still the most popular rapper. Like Sabrina Carpenter or Taylor Swift is the most popular singer. I guess Coldplay's the most popular band, at least with CEOs cheating on their wives. Clips is a banger. Yeah, I haven't heard the whole thing, but I've heard a few tracks off of it. And it's pretty fucking cold. But apparently some people don't fuck with it. But it's just like, I don't care. No, I mean, but I didn't know that at first because all the reviews at first I had seen, I had seen nothing but positive shit from the Clips. I had seen nothing but positivity as far as the reception and the shit I heard I liked. So I didn't know until like the other day that anybody was like, oh man, I don't fuck with this type of music. But I think everything is so scattered. I don't think that opinion even permeates everybody. A lot of people were talking about the Raekwon because it has a verse from Nas that allegedly goes off Jim Jones. I haven't heard the Raekwon yet either, but I do want to check it out. And of course, because of that verse, I guess a lot of people dissing people now. You know, first it was just pushed to, but like everybody dissing everybody right now. Everybody got something to say. It is what it is. Don't listen to any of that shit. I'm good. Hey, Janet from another planet. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I mean, I still fucks with hip hop. Listen to More Than a Hustler by Jim Jones. Jim Jones has had some cold projects and cold music before in the past, but he's just in a weird phase where, I don't know, man. He's talking a lot of shit. But I guess we're also in a weird phase where we're in the podcast era, if there is an era, where everybody has to have a podcast, everybody has to go on podcasts, everybody has to talk, everybody has to have something to say. So that's kind of what's happening with hip hop. I appreciate you being here, Janet. It's a long time no see. It's always cool when somebody who hasn't been here in a while shows up. Shows up haven't forgotten me. Don't watch a single podcast. I really don't either, but you'll see the clips. I doom scroll. That's my curse. I doom scroll on YouTube and Instagram, and so I see a lot of clips of these podcasts because I doom scroll. So, just finished playing. I see. Last podcast you saw was podcast with Jerry West. Rest in peace. I do. Yeah, I know you're into some of the comedy stuff, some of the podcast stuff. I'm not, shots of comedy. Comedy's having a huge resurgence. So, there's some funny guys, but I'm not as into it as some of you guys are. Just isn't my thing. And, shit, I could never go to a comedy show because, comedians were already known for lighting up the audience, but now I see that's all they do. So, do I know Mad Mike? You are? That doesn't sound familiar. I'm gonna be honest. Skip and Kill Tony right now. Oh man, I feel honored. But you can watch tomorrow, skip the ad, so it's not just some of its utility. But I still feel honored. Watched Undertaker's, but he don't do it much more because of LFG. Let's fucking go. So okay. So yeah, I guess he's. I mean, he had a lot of controversy when he had Trump on it last year. Underground Resistance from Detroit. I am not familiar. You're on Bear's channel. You're one of the Guardians. Shout out to Bear. I asked I talk about people who haven't been around there. I haven't seen a Bear. I haven't checked out Bear in a minute. But no, I haven't checked out Underground Resistance. I'm going to check it out. Man, Mike. Casey Rocket. I'm not familiar with Casey Rocket. Yeah, thank you. And thank you anybody who's watching this broadcast. Please leave a like, share, all that good stuff. Comment, say hi, whatever. Just, something. Even if you don't, it's cool. This is going to be the longest stream. Probably just go another half hour or so. I figured it would go half hour to an hour. So, and sorry for me shaking the laptop this phone is sitting on. Yeah, I don't know who Casey Rocket is. Favorite podcast, we talked about the Ministry of Darkness. That shit was crazy back in the day for all the wrestling fans. That was some real dark shit. The only thing is when they came to corporate ministry, it was too much. Because literally half the company was in this one faction. It just didn't make sense. It was too much. He's a hack. So I don't know who he is. But all these comedians ain't funny, man. Like Shane Gillis is funny. Gillis is funny. Some of these motherfuckers are mid. I'm gonna be honest. I believe it. I mean, everybody heard the rumors of that meeting now. But Citizen said he watched an interview with him. He was talking about how the corporals pushed gangster rap in the early 90s on radio in Detroit, told DJs to stop playing stuff like Public Enemy. I remember And if it wasn't for Bone Thugs, it would just be a memory. So shout out to Bone Thugs. But I heard this stuff off a website called Future Producers back in the 2000s, between 2006 or 7. The internet was in a more primitive state, so if you wanted to make beats, even though a lot of digital technology and DAWs coming out, finding information about a lot of that stuff is hard. So that's one of the forums I was on, and somebody had posted this forum, and it's the same story that I think Crazy Bone told about this meeting that happened allegedly in '91. Allegedly, it was like August of '91 or summer of '91, and you have all these record executives from different labels. They weren't all hip hop labels. They were just different record executives in general. And you had private prison executives, and the goal was to push more gangster hip hop and push more cultural, just push more ignorant hip hop, ignorant music to try to increase the private prison population and to get more labels to sign off to make more hip hop and produce more hip hop for the purposes of increasing the private prison population. This was alleged in '91. This story happened. So I don't know what happened after that. I know The Chronic came out in '92, and a lot of other stuff came out throughout the '90s and 2000s, and even to the modern era with drill. So I don't know. Mad Mike is a techno legend, though, not rap, I see. He said that's why he didn't have to switch it up and become the American Badass. He did become that after this. Oops. You did say, you were big with Shane. You was the first one. And at first I didn't see it with Shane Gillis. I did not see it. And then I started to see it, and now it's like obvious. So I don't know. I do like Shane Gillis. But I don't like everybody else. I do not like everybody else. But you were one of the first ones championing him that I knew. Did I see the photo Will Levis dropped to my shoulder before the surgery? I did not, Brandon Holland. I did not see that. Who would do a thing like that? Who knows? Oh, boy. Who wants me? Oh, boy. I don't know. Drill's the worst kind of music. It makes Taylor Swift look. Yeah, I'm not a big drill fan. Some of the UK drill beats are okay. Some of the Central C stuff isn't, the end of the world. Some of those beats are pretty cool. But the drill, some of that drill shit is just ignorance. It's just like liquefied ignorance. It's just like, I can't, man. I can deal with instrumentals, but I just can't deal with the rapping. And it's just not for me. I'm just too old. I'll admit when I'm too old for something. I'm too old for some of that shit. I just am. It is what it is. I know I got this. I look like I'm in the '90s with this fucking thing sticking up. But I don't know what makes it worse. Whatever. Hey, Janet again. Appreciate everybody saying hi to one another. Who knows how many people in the chat? It says only 4, but it shows 7 likes. 2 what for drill music? Sick of SNs making money off of my experience. Why they had parents with a real good marriage, went to private school. Yeah, that's another thing. A lot of people in music are Nepo babies, almost unerringly. Even you mentioned something about Kendrick Lamar earlier. Obviously, Baby Keem is his cousin. He got a cousin in the NBA, don't he? He might have a cousin in the NBA and NFL. So, I don't know, man. Swaggy P. Is he cousins? Is that what it is? He's Nick Young? He kidding Nick Young? He might be. I think you're right when you said it. Hey, listeners, appreciate you being here. Yes, yep. So it's always, these motherfuckers all Nepo babies. All of them that get on to that super high level. And we'll say hi to the listeners. So I appreciate you being here. Appreciate everyone being here. We're not really talking about any goddamn thing. Just whatever subject comes up. Which is cool. Just chill, relax. I got this little water. After this, I'm going to try to hit the gym. Try to be positive. Try to improve. What else can you do Haven't really kept up. I didn't really see what happened with the news or even really sports today. I just kind of woke up, chilled out, went for a walk with my dog. And I really haven't done much today. I ain't gonna lie. It's my day off. My schedule has changed. Not knowing bad about you taking my D card. I wasn't. I mean, I do some techno stuff. I do house shoes, some ghetto tech stuff, but I'm not an expert. I ain't gonna lie. And like I said, you used to be able to see like 707s and shit in pawn shops. I didn't know what they were until I became an adult. Like, oh, I used to see that in the pawn shop. You see a lot of type of shit like that. But yeah, it is what it is. But you know what? It's kind of like that. A lot of people from Detroit don't know a lot of the other stuff. Like, now that you got that Detroit style rap, it's gotten popular. That was really the only stuff people listened to in Detroit, in the city, as far as local artists, was that style. And now it's national, and everybody's got to do their own version of it. But that was really the most popular stuff. It wasn't the techno stuff. It wasn't like the Slum Village style stuff. Not to say they didn't have a fan. 'Cause I was always a fan of like Black Milk. What's his name? Wahid, and certain artists that kind of had that more neo soul type vibe. Obviously Dwelle, but a lot, that wasn't the thing. You know what I mean? Pause. Yeah, the light is changing color. You're not seeing things. It is changing color behind me. I don't know. That's a good question. Black Milk was the man. Yeah, my brother put them in, right? And it's cool that they changed color, but I don't know how to stop them. And so I don't know how to like make them one color. So Kisses from Detroit without the stick there mid-band. You telling me that just, using the mask as a gimmick? Yeah, I haven't heard about him in a while. He really could be eating in this wave, you know what I mean? Where everybody likes that soulful production. His name, Apollo Brown, I don't want to say he replaced him, but he kind of did. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kids from Detroit. I know the Eagles are from Detroit. I know Ted Nugent is from Detroit. I know Alice Cooper is from Detroit. I say the Eagles half of them are. I think the other half like from Florida or California or some shit. But I don't know if was it, maybe he was. Obviously they had Detroit Rock City. Maybe Gene Simmons. A lot of people are from Detroit. Maybe Gene is from Detroit. Hey, Fizz, appreciate you being here. Always cool when people start to show up. Always takes about half an hour to 40 minutes for people to start to show up. But hey, it's what it is. Yeah, I haven't heard about Black Milk in a while, and I was a huge fan of his. OG Black Rangers from Detroit. Not only that, is it Peel? No, it's Key. I know Jordan Peele's not from Detroit. But Key is. Key is from Detroit, and he's related to Dwayne McDuffie, who's also from Detroit, which they didn't know until he died. They were like half brothers or something. Dwayne McDuffie, he created Static Shock, and he worked on Justice League Unlimited. Yeah, a lot of people are from Detroit. I used to say Detroit, everything goes to Detroit. Tim Allen was from Detroit. Tim Allen was a major drug dealer from Detroit. He was like the proto white boy Rick. Yes, Buzz Lightyear Tim Allen. Look it up. He had pounds and pounds of cocaine on him. He only served like 7 years. To be honest, I don't know which is which. Fair enough. Well, Jordan Peele's doing all the movies now. He's the director now. So he's got that movie. Speaking of demonic shit, he's got that movie Him coming out. It looks demonic as fuck. We played the trailer. It's a movie about a football player sacrificing his soul to be better type shit, which I do kind of want to see. Only venture as far as Utica. Key did kind of get left in the dust. He does some stuff. You see him around. Just as far as Utica. Shout out to Utica. Shout out to New Baltimore. Shout out to Macomb County. I think Utica. Is Utica Macomb? Utica might be St. Clair. I don't know. It's up there. Shout out to Macomb County. Shout out to a little further south, which is almost Detroit, Mount Clemens. Shout out to the east side. Shout out to what's some other cities over in that area? I forgot. He does the voice for character Transformers. That's pretty dope. We out at the Mississippi Crossroads. No, we're not going to the Mississippi Crossroads. Shout out to DSW if it's still in Utica. They still have the what's it, the shoe warehouse or whatever, DSW. They still have those. Shit, do they still do people still go outside? Shit. Me and my brother went to a couple places yesterday. It was kind of dead. It's like, how do designer shoe warehouse? I didn't know what the D stand for. I know it was some shoe warehouse. But just, I don't see how businesses are making money and staying open. And maybe it's just they just write it off on their taxes and that's what it is. But I don't see how so many, like there's a lot of businesses around me, like a ton of different things. Like how is everybody paying their rent and their employees and staying open and profiting? It just doesn't seem like it. Outside of a grocery store, you just don't see people active. You just go into like a bar or something, it's like 2 people type shit. But somehow they making it. I don't know. But I mean, we went to one little barcade. He told us to go to another one, so we did. Fucking bartender told us to go to another one down the street, so we did. It was a little more fun. I might go back there too because I got so many fucking credits. But it's still just like, well, what the fuck? Ziegler, I'm surprised. You think Disney's even going to call her again? Disney's not going to call her again, man. I'm surprised she's even talking. But she wants to play Leia in a Star Wars reboot. Is that confirmed that they're doing that? I already talked about the Marvel reboot. I mean, we all knew that they were going to eventually reboot Star Wars. I don't really want to see that. I was hoping I would be dead by 100 years before they did a Star Wars reboot. But whatever. Actors are probably not fans. Yeah, I'm sick of that too. Yeah, I didn't think Hollywood. I thought Hollywood was done with her. She crashed out doing some stage performers. Yeah, I don't know who her parents is. Maybe she's high up there. I don't know her family tree because a lot of times the family tree keeps you employed. Did anybody know most comics being funded on Kickstarter are Gooner bait? I'm not shocked about that because unfortunately Gooners run the world. Is the reason OnlyFans is so popular. It's not always smut. That's kind of sad, but unfortunately, as you say, it's one of those things like it's kind of expected. But I haven't been keeping up with the Kickstarter comic community. It was cool when it was a community of creators making like their own comics, and it wasn't about goading or edging or some political shit. It was just, hey, let's make our own shit. But that's it. Keep it simple, yeah. Keep it simple. A mouse droid. Reboots with climate change and commie ideology, of course. We want nothing less. Disney should do a Star Wars trilogy based upon the Gok droid, yeah. I wish Disney would do something interesting with the Star Wars property. I don't remember which one of you, it might have been you, Cotton, but we collectively came up with the idea. It was basically, I think it was you or Fizz, one of you had suggested they use different directors to create different, like Tarantino doing a Star Wars movie type shit. I'm like, man, that would just be great. They just gave different directors, gave Robert Rodriguez, maybe Tarantino, maybe Nolan, whoever the fuck, and they just let them make a Star Wars movie. It just not interfere. Here's the property. You do whatever the fuck you want in this world. It's all yours. That would be so great, but they'll never do that. Political stuff doesn't appear on Kickstarter. Maybe more of an Indiegogo thing, to be specific. Apparently, she got booed. Going back to Zilla, left the stage. Hold on. You got booed. Left the stage mid-performance. People wanted her replacement back. Goddamn. Or just City Sweetie up at Jay Little puts off the Ogo. Like, imagine somebody reboot Pulp Fiction. Don't give them no ideas. Well, you say that. That's if there are a lot of prerequisites, right? You have to exist in a world with the Force. There's the Empire, whatnot, the Rebellion. So these factions, but there's allegedly infinite planets that exist in this universe. You can explore. You know, we do know gangsters exist in this universe, right? We do know that Jabba the Hutt and other types like that exist. You can show how some of this shit looks from some of that perspective, right? I think if you're creative enough, you can do a lot. You know what, Since though, if we're talking about practically, as much as I would like to see what I just said, yeah, I would like to see the underworld of Star Wars. I mean, hell, the best thing Disney did do was that fucking Rogue One. And yeah, a lot of it's overrated, and a lot of it is down to one fucking scene toward the end. I'm not gonna lie to you, which is a lot what Disney does, right? A lot of it's just down to one scene at the end, and that's all cape for this. But unfortunately, I think you're practically right. Like, they're not gonna make something good with Star Wars. They're not gonna make a good cape or superhero movie. So yeah, I think they should kind of take a break, but that's the last thing they're gonna do. You see, you want Shido Man too, kind of ministries. I'll take that. Hey, free samples. Watching this from oh boy, that is more information than we could have used. Free sample, more information than I think I ever wanted about anything. You know what? They could make a superhero movie too. That would be interesting because they made it before the MCU. They made that based off of just Spider-Man, basically. That was the main one they were going after. I mean, they went after X-Men too. But yeah, old Drake. Yeah, it was Drake Bell. So yeah, they could do a superhero movie too. That would be actually. I'm surprised they haven't done that. But outside of the fact they hate comedy, they hate comedians, and they hate comedy movies. Too much info is the point of comedy. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Hopefully he left the light. I don't know if he left. Ain't that always also 39? Making a modern day superhero movie parody would have a Skybeam. Are they really making Spaceballs too? That's crazy. Why do that? Why? I mean, that was a joke in the first one. But why do a Spaceballs 2 50 years after? It came out to 80, right? 80, 81. It's got to be close to 50 years. It's official. Wow. Wow. Rick Moranis is coming back. Wow. I know he didn't want to do much. I'm glad he's healthy. I don't know if you remember when that homeless man knocked him the fuck out. Was it 87? So 40 years, because I was born in 87. I thought it was like earlier 80s, but, yeah, I might be right. So it's going to be close to 40 years. Space Jam 3 was shot. I hope not. I hope that's a joke, Richard. We don't need any more Space Jam. We didn't need Space Jam 2. And honestly, like Space Jam 1 is iconic for just being a 90s movie with MJ. But like we didn't really need that. So it was 80, okay. So yeah, it's 80 is 45 years ago. And I don't think it's probably not dropping this year. It's probably dropping 26 or 27. So we're going to talk about close to 50 years. Right? Because when is it supposed to drop? Space Jam 2 has 60s Batman in the crowd. I didn't see Space Jam 2. It seemed like it was a lot about the Warner Brother property farm as much as anything. So 2026, so it'll be 46 years after the original. That's insane. That's insane. With nothing in between, it's not like this has been an active franchise. Like, yeah, the Terminator came out in 84, and they may still make new ones, but they've made new ones the whole time. This franchise has been dormant. Like, this is what I don't understand. Especially in this new generation where there's a lot of kids who just think being over the age of 25 is like a diss, right? So you want to always use established properties. You're scared of taking a chance. But then you use properties that don't really have the same cachet. Like Spaceballs do have cachet to people of a certain age, but it's not going to get anyone under the age of anyone younger than me. No one younger than me really is going to be hyped to see Spaceballs. And I say that I know you always have people who go back in time and listen to. I like '80s music. I was born in the '80s. It wasn't music that I actually came up with, but I still liked it, right? So I get that. But it just doesn't seem like Spaceball or like Naked Gun. They're doing a new Naked Gun. Like that doesn't seem like that's the property that's gonna really attract the eyeballs that you need. Hence why you're even using an established property. Almost like you have to educate the crowd on this property. So why not just do a whole new property? Why do Spaceballs 2? Why not do something totally new? Because nobody, yeah, you do have a bunch of older folks who remember Spaceballs. But like, are they the target audience? Are they going to bring in the money that you want? I don't know. I don't know. It's a 2026 piece of the hut. A chick invite you to see it. I see. It got you LeBron jersey. There you go. She wants you to be LeBron, apparently. She's trying to be Savannah. Spaceball is really ahead of its time. I don't know what they're going to do with it. Yeah, they'll cringe it out. They'll fuck it up. They don't know how to do anything right. But I don't understand why do that to Spaceballs. What's the point? What are you going to gain? Because if you're using an established property, you're using it because of its popularity. But even though Spaceball was a very popular movie back in the day, that property doesn't have the same cachet. They did do, Happy Gilmore too, which I saw that it was out. Hey, Zax. Appreciate you being here. Pay for your ticket and popcorn. And pay for the, she paid for the ticket and popcorn. Paid for Chinese buffet after. Hope it was a good date. Recycled jokes. Well, they already wrote the first one. All they gotta do is just remake it. But who are these movies for? They're not for the new audience. They're for the old audience, right? They have to be. I don't understand the modern strategy of using established property always if we're going to pick properties that don't really have the cachet to begin with. You'll be better off using a new property. But Hollywood doesn't think like this. Hollywood is just so... The corporate mind is just so stupid. Like, there's no other way for me to phrase it. They're just fucking stupid. They're just fucking wrong. And thank you. We're almost at 10 likes, so if you could get us over that hump, you're watching, I'd appreciate that. But it is what it is. It's just, I don't get it. Yeah, it was kind of like the scary movie of the 80s. And again, they only made the one. So you didn't really need, it doesn't need a sequel. I know that was a joke, but again, you don't need a sequel. We know how boomers and Gen X unaware of the rest of the world. We do have, yeah, you're right. You have politicians that kids don't know how to use computers, which was wild work. Instead of remaking these love movies, they should remake the bad ones like they did with Judge Dredd. That, I've heard that idea. That would make more sense. Remake the bad movies or the movies that you maybe had a chance with. I guess they are doing. They already did do that. Corporal risk aversion culture creates the bestest art. You get so risk averse that you're actually taking a bigger risk than if you would have took a risk. Yeah, they said young. Well, I think it was people in the Bronx. I don't think they said young. Did she might have said black people. But I remember the politician, and there might be another one that said black people. I don't know, but there was a politician, a New York-based politician, said, "Well, young people in the Bronx don't know how to use computers. They don't know what to see. They don't understand laptops." And there was a bunch of memes about it, showing these young black dudes who were acting like they'd never seen a laptop. It was racist, but it was kind of funny. New Friday the 13th game. Now I will take that. A Friday the 13th game would be interesting. Maybe that would be a better thing. It's like, okay, instead of remaking these as movies, if you have something that has a little more action to it, maybe make a game. It's they use computers. Whatever it was super racist. No, don't remake that. I'll time you out for that, since you do though. Don't remake that. Don't remake that. But yeah, they're going crazy with these remakes. It's like there's no point in remaking something. Just like again, Naked Gun. We do not need a new Naked Gun. There's just nothing to be gained. Nothing to be gained. Should remake The Predator with P Diddy. It's crazy work. Crazy work. We need to lead that idea out of space. Yeah, I'm good with that. And speaking of being good, I think I'm good on this stream. I just want to do a quick stream, doing these phone streams. I might go back to the traditional streams. I'll probably stream again tomorrow. No, Pluto Dash was horrible. I mean, I guess that's the idea, remaking Pluto Dash. There is another Predator coming out called Badlands. I see. They had that movie Prey that came out a few years ago. I didn't see it, but some people liked it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to the traditional streams. I want to see if these vertical streams would get any new people to show up, and new people do show up from time to time. But it's funny when I'm doom scrolling, I'll see vertical streams. It'll be some asshole with like 100 people watching them stream. I'm like, how the hell did 100 people watch this motherfucker? And not me. I don't know. Maybe I got to stream for like 10 hours to get people. I'm not sure. You made 40 vids. Jesus Christ, that's a lot. Wade, I appreciate you being here, Will Wade. But we're about to wrap up. I get a new person to show up. Got the diarrhea guy to show up. The one Oreo guy showed up a few streams ago. Vertical is great, nice sales. Well, thank you. Still upload content for May. That's smart. That's smart if you have so much content pre-done. I need to get like you, especially for these fucking NFL videos. I should have already been done with them. But it is what it is. We will be still putting them out as we're going. Have vacation a week. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So I guess you're doing the pre-video thing for 40 is still like a ton. Congrats on making that amount of content. I'm not trying to disparage you. I need to get like that, right? Be an active content creator. But now I'm about to get out there. I got to go to the gym. So I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate everybody watching this live or the playback. We'll try to do another stream tomorrow. Maybe I'll play a game or something. We will see. We will see. I'm glad you like the NFL vids because they're not getting the best. You can't. I can't play the retarded leagues, but they're not getting the best views. But I'm still doing them. I gotta finish the project. Gotta finish the story. Got to see it through. So in any event, I thank you. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please do that. And even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Good night. God bless. Peace.